Man, it's good to be back. What is going on, people? Welcome back, finally, to Talbain Racing. I do want to apologize first and foremost because of the slight hiatus I had to take. For those of you who don't know, I had a computer issue, had to replace my hard drive, replace it with an SSD. So now we're golden. Things are looking up, all right? And what better way to celebrate my comeback than to play on a track that I have really not played on in Le Mans Ultimate. And that track is Algarve, Portimao, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. It's in Portugal. It's a track that has a lot of elevation changes, which kills me. I'm not gonna lie. That junk gets me every time. No matter how much I practice on it, it always gets me. So what better way to get used to the track than to just do a daily race? Fortunately, this week we have got both Portimao and Sebring, which will be coming in a later video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, we're gonna go on ahead and try this out, see what happens in the bronze category, and get my feet wet once again on Le Mans Ultimate. So without further ado, let us hit the track. All right, guys, we have just finished qualifying, and as expected, my qualifying time sucked. But that's okay. That's all good. That's all good. We are starting in 14th. We have 19 cars on the grid right now. So we got quite a bit of work to do. We're going to see exactly how we end up in this circuit. I'm sure there's quite a few people here that are probably really good at this track. I'm not one of them. So we are going to try our best, though. I'm going to try to get into the top 10. That's kind of always my goal, especially as a beginner. Before I start actually gaining decent enough driver rating, I wanted to make sure, you know, we just make it out here safely, if you will. So in any case, if my mouse would work, I can fucking set up my fuel properly. And then we'll set it to 49%, and then we'll get on the grid. I think everyone's around that range, I've noticed, so that's kind of where we're gonna be at. There's 12 laps, so we've got more than enough to go off of, which is nice. What I also forgot to mention is that this is a LMGT3 race. So the race that we'll be doing at Sebring is actually an LMGTE race. And those cars are a little different than the GT3s, of course. I think they're a little less powerful, but not like GT4. Like they're more powerful than GT4s, but not quite GT3s or something like that. I'm not sure exactly like what the deal is, but I'm pretty sure like GT3s are the faster car or class of car, but that's neither here nor there. I don't think GTEs are even in the WEC anymore, so that's probably why they're not there. But we are also getting ELMS, which is the European Le Mans series, for those of you who don't know. So we'll probably be getting a little bit more tracks as well, apparently. With that whole thing, they've got a lot going on since this has gone out of early access. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with the race. We are here at Portimao. We got 20 minutes here on the track. Make sure we don't get into any shenanigans that first lap. And look at me almost crashing. Got the Mustang here that slowed down, or is that a Porsche? That's a Porsche. I got it confused, because they have similar liveries. Now, I forgot to set up crew chief before I started, so there will be no No commentary from Jim this time. So I thought it would be funny, like if I do, you know, the tracks that are not in America, I will have Jim on, and then the American tracks, I'll have Jerry on, which is the one you guys heard when I did the Sebring race. And he'll be back. Jerry will be back. Oh my God, here we go. I knew some shenanigans was about to happen. Lap 1. Let me just get back on. Here we go. Welcome back to LMU, Mr. Talbain. Damn, I'm dead last.
Lap 2, 17.22.
Whoops. Damn, I don't even have my gear shifts right. This is what I get. I jump right into a daily race. On a track I don't know. First day back. Oh, we had an incident here. All right, man, I ain't trying to get into no trouble, bro. Whoa, what's going on here? Whoa. Damn track limits. Looks like some people needed to hit the pits. I don't think I'm in any danger yet. Of needing to go in the pit lane. Alright, but I am incredibly slow on this track, so I gotta be careful. And who's this guy cussing out? There's a guy in the chat like going ham. I know you guys can't see it quite yet, but looks like everybody's pretty squirrely on this track. I don't blame them either. The guy behind me is even trying to be careful. Oof. I think I'm stopping too hard though. All right, I think whoa. Shit. I'm trying to be careful as hell on this track. Oh, I can't. I'm gonna just let him pass. You got it. At this point. Ugh. Oof. All right. All right, we got 12 minutes left.
Lap 155.81.
But that's the thing about doing the sim racing, you know. It's not just about the tracks you want to do. You got to do all the tracks, you know. How else are you going to get better if you don't try to improve on the tracks that you really are not good at? In this case, this is my first time racing on this track this week. So, oh shit, we got another retirement, I think. But, because I remember the last time I tried to race on here, it was early in the game's life. Like, it was like one of the first months of early access, and the game actually, like, the race actually froze on everyone. So everyone was in the chat like, what the hell's going on? I think the race froze. Because it wasn't the first time that happened, but it was the first time it happened to me. So I was unfamiliar with the situation. They were like, all right, guys, race over. I was like, damn, that's how it is? That seems to have improved over time, thankfully. Ooh, we got some smack talk in the chat. Oh my God. Well, apparently a guy, I guess, retaliated at some people. Not sure. So the guy 19th is going off in the chat. Man, wait until I get back on iRacing, y'all. And have that voice chat on, man. That shit, that chat is hilarious. Yeah, I'm trying not to curse as much, but it's hard sometimes. It's just so funny. But yeah, watch the mad voice chat in here, man. It's gonna be a mess. But that's okay. What's going on in the chat don't got nothing to do with me. So we're just gonna continue to try to race, finish my race. That's kind of the deal. Almost had a track limits violation there, so I gotta be careful. If Jim was on the radio, he would have been like, hey man, that's a track limit. Careful now. Watch those track limits. Yeah, we got a few DNFs right now. The only the thing about this track that gets me, because it's this one in Spain, right? Barcelona, Catalunya is the name of the track. I remember correctly. I can't just say Spain because there's several tracks there, right? The thing about this one is the elevation, man. That shit scares the crap out of me because I can't, obviously when you're going up, you can't see as good. So it's like, oh shit. It's the same deal with somewhat of Mount Panorama, but the way Mount Panorama is structured, I feel like is a little different. Because like it kind of goes up, not as like, it's not a steep climb in a way in some aspects, but in other aspects it is. It's like when you're going downhill for Panorama that it's steep, but going uphill is not so bad. At least for me. I don't know what it is, but I can get a handle on that one better. But yeah, the difference between this one and Spain is like Spain doesn't have the elevation changes like that, at least not in the games. I don't know how it is in real life, of course. I'm not a real race car driver. But yeah, Catalunya is pretty flat compared to here in Portugal. But the layout is similar, I feel. Oh shit. You know, they got the long straight at the beginning into the corner. But then it's kind of where the midsection is where they defer, I would say. Oh, you could kind of go wide there and it's not a big deal, huh? But some corners, track limits. I do apologize for y'all. Y'all just basically seeing me do time trials for 20 minutes. With the car slightly in the distance. But that's okay. I figured this would happen. Oh shit, this would happen. On my first day back, but yeah, I'm really out of practice. And it's showing. Maybe I do need to do those streams for practice, man. That is one thing I am going to try to do sooner rather than later. Is get the streams running. That probably will be because I do have a family coming in a couple weeks. So we're just getting ready for them and they'll be in here. So I'll probably use that time to get things ready. Like things that don't require the PC, you know, just spitballing ideas and stuff, just to see how I want to kind of operate the stream. Because obviously, since I'm playing LMU, I'm not going to be doing like open lobbies and stuff. You know, like back when I streamed Gran Turismo, it was easy to do because the open lobbies were free and stuff like that. But you got to pay for servers in this game, so. And I don't got the fan base nor the money to do that consistently. So I think it'll just be you guys seeing me try out the dailies that you guys will see videos of. I guess I can kind of do it like, because you guys will see me do these videos here, right? But then I'll have a stream where I do these races back to back, which I think will be a fun thing to do. That guy's pulling away from me. That's fine. And also, as for the Porsche Cup, I probably won't be doing any races until the Nürburgring race. which will be after my family has left. So, oh, so we'll see how that works out. But what I will say is that this ain't this race right here is shot. But I did really want to get behind the wheel again because it's been way too long. And I needed to just hop in a race and see how I do. It's all about getting that momentum back. At least for me. We got 2.5 minutes left, guys.
Lap 153.72.
So we probably got a couple more laps, and then probably like this one and like one more, and then that'll be the end of the race, I believe, depending on how far ahead the first place person is. God damn it! At least the person in first place is at an Aston Martin, so I know that I can at least drive this. If I, actually was good, I can get this car up there, at least into the top 10. So, but then again, some people make shit happen. Some people make things happen. Kind of like what happened at Sebring, despite the rain. I made things happen, and it was nice. I'm gonna be since it is GTE, I am gonna still be doing the Aston Martin. But we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, tracks with a lot of elevation I've come to know that they are my weakness as far as like just mastering the way the corners work when you're going up and down elevation. Very different than just hitting a straight corner, All right, we got 1 minute left, as you can see.
Lap 155.07.
All right, the timer's out, but I don't know if the race is over. We might have to do one more lap. Shit. Damn, I was about to be like, at least I didn't crash on this hill. When I would practice, I would crash on that hill all the time. Honestly, I may need to watch some videos on how to get through this thing, man, because this track is crazy. Like, what's the setup for this one? How do you deal with the elevated curves and stuff like that? It's time to do some homework, But that's okay. In any case. Oh yeah, I think we're on one more lap after this one, yeah. But I put the right amount of fuel, it seems. Seems like I could have done with a little bit less too. So
Time was a 157.23.
and my times are abysmal. But I got track limits for that one that time, but the last time I did it, what is that? What does that even mean? Oh shit. I feel like I'm flailing about. The Aston Martin was not in first place anymore. Whoa. Got a lot of unnecessary language in the chat. That's crazy. That is nuts, but that's okay. In any case, that does it for the race, y'all. We have survived, it seems. Let me situate myself here. But for someone who hasn't raced on this game in about 2 weeks, mostly due to computer issues, and I had some other obligations, of course, because this, you know, as you guys know, I also stream on Twitch, but that's for like other genres and stuff like that. But this is the more racing focused. Just had to take a sabbatical, it seemed, with all the stuff going on, unfortunately. But that's neither here nor there. What I do want to let you guys know is that, like I said, we survived, and I'm afraid to see my evaluation, but let's go ahead and see how we did. If I can get my mouse to work. This mouse is acting the fuck up, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But anyway, let's go ahead and go to our results. We placed 15th. We actually lost the position because we started in 14th. I actually lost driver rank. You lost to 13 drivers. You beat 5. What the? This is some new scoring. Hold up. Hold the phone. You beat 4 drivers in the race. You lost to 14 drivers in the race. What? Crazy. So they did some rewording on the... Like, did they have to put you lost to 13 drivers? Thanks. Like, I didn't know that already, right? Anyways, we unfortunately lost driver rank, which I didn't want to do, but we gained safety rank, even though we had a contact with somebody. So that's nice. That is nice. But in any case, guys, that is going to do it for me. So I do want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and stay tuned.